Hey, what's going on, guys? I just wanted to put out a little bit of a video on my excitement about the new changes coming out for Frost DK's next season. Give you guys a good look at what I'm looking at for RBGs and my personal opinions and what I'm going to be running next season, unless it absolutely does not work out well for me at all. I'm pretty sure it's going to work out great, though. Start off with talents. We're going to be using Unholy Blight, so we can put our diseases up on everybody, and as Reinhardt says, you know, spread the AIDS to everything. For an RBG setting, right? Don't argue with me about this for arenas. I get that Lichborn would obviously be a better choice for that, but anti-magic zone, definitely use that for keeping you know, our group together. If you got everybody stacked up like you're supposed to, and you know everybody starts popping cooldowns on somebody, you can pop anti-magic zone and put it down on top of your, you know, your favorite healer you want to protect. Chillblains, goes without saying, you should be a slowing machine. It's part of our job as DK is to slow everybody down, and it, you know, sometimes possibly slow them down enough to get a cap, whereas otherwise you wouldn't be able to. Death Pact, I think Death Pact is still going to be very viable. We're going to be able to heal half of our total health, which is going to be great for, you know, those situations where you need to pop blood presence and, you know, use a Frost DK. People know that you are the reason they can't cap a flag, so you need to pop, you know, blood presence and then heal yourself for 50% of your max health, and all you have to do is have a ghoul out prior to. So you pop your ghoul, you sacrifice 50% of its health, and then you get half of your health back. If you're in blood presence, for me that's like 120 or 220k ish, which is kind of nice. I'll pop it right here just so you can see it right there. 220k, ready to go. You can do Death Siphon. I don't think honestly that it tiers the way it's supposed to, but you know, you could do that. Conversion is going to be changing. Right now you can see that it costs 10 runic power to pop it, and then 10 runic power per second after that. And it heals you for 3% of your max health every second, which is nice, and it's kind of like the Warrior's second wind, but that's not going to work out the way you really want it to, because you're sacrificing your runic power. As Frost DKs, anybody that plays them or has ever played them knows that, you know, having that runic power to dump in frost strikes or death coils, depending on how far they are away from you, you need that. Personal opinion, I think runic power is going to be, or runic corruption is going to be the best chance for this, because every time you land a frost strike you have a chance to increase your rune regeneration by 100%. So you're going to be able to, as soon as you dump all of your runic power, you're going to be able to catch those obliterates and increase your regeneration by 100% with your obliterate. So you're consistently going to be building up and then dropping all of your runic power quickly, which is going to, you know, come out to more damage. Some people are running blood tap, and I get that. If your idea is to stack necrotic strikes like hell, I absolutely understand blood tap. But honestly, I think unless you're in a, you know, a flag map and you're having a hard time with their flag carrier, you shouldn't ever really need to just straight stack necrotics. That's, you know, that's a personal opinion. Haven't had too many issues with runic corruption this whole season. Gorfine's Grasp. I like this. A lot of people are running Remorseless Winter, and I did before I realized that you can have a Ring of Frost down on the flag and then Gorfine's Grasp into it, or an Ursol's Vortex and then Gorfine into it. Putting people where you want them to be on the other team is really nice. Like when you can take a whole team and put them in a Ring of Frost, you just CC'd the entire team for, you know, the entirety of an 8-second stun, which is really nice. We like that. This is what I'm running as far as rotation. I've got my 3, you know, major things I'm using. Obviously, Howling Blast. I'm going to be using that. I macroed Howling Blast with all of my damage cooldowns, so I'm doing consistent damage the whole time. I'm not really worried about I'm not really worried about, you know, popping it at a particular time, except for, you know, maybe on a flag carrier. I just won't use Howling Blast as much. It's not really a big deal. Your Unholy Blight is gonna get your diseases on people. There's no real need to Howling Blast to get your diseases up, because if you're not putting your Blood Plague on people, then your obliterates are gonna hit for 12% less damage. So you want to keep all your diseases up on everybody between Unholy Blight and Outbreak. You're gonna probably have as much disease spreading as you possibly can with just those two. If you want a Howling Blast to get up your diseases, that's fine in a quick situation, but you know, personal opinion, it doesn't really matter. You can save your cooldowns and save your Howling Blast, and you'll be perfectly fine. Obliterate, if you're using a two-hander, Obliterate is going to be what you do, period. I've been hitting people. I'll just go ahead and show you right now. Just with an Obliterate with nothing special, you can hit, you know, 70k. That'll hit for about 35k on a person, which that'll proc your free Howling Blast, and your free Howling Blast will proc your Obliterate. That's 175k. With 50% Resil, 60% Resil, we'll go with that. That's a 75k hit on somebody. That's a quarter of their health. I've hit, depending on situations, I've hit people for 175k legit with, you know, against people that have resilience. You know, hitting someone for 75k can be the difference between a kill and a non-kill. Personal opinion, I think that next season it's going to be very possible for us to want to stack Mastery over Haste. I've seen a lot of the higher up people have been doing this already. I haven't done it. I've been stacking Haste over Crit and then Mastery. But I also know that Haste over Mastery is a good way to go, and I know that Mastery over Crit is also a good way to go. So it's really up to you. It's really, you know, it depends on what you want to do. If your two specs are going to be Frost and Unholy, then you might still want to stack the Haste over Crit. If you want to go back and forth between you know, Blood Tanking and Frost, absolutely just stack Mastery for days with, you know, Crit under it, and don't even worry about Haste at all. What that's going to do is that's going to increase the damage that your Frost Fever does, and it's also going to increase your Frost Strike. What you guys are going to notice with the changes, you're going to see that your Howling Blast is going to do a lot more damage. It's going to do 8% more damage now. So start thinking about whether or not you're going to go two-hander or dual wield, because dual wield is going to be viable again. Howling Blast is going to do 8% more damage to the primary target, and it's going to damage the other enemies the same as it would before, and it's still going to spread your Howling Blast. So if you go dual wield Mastery stacked, you're going to be putting out a decent amount of damage. They increased our Blood Plague by 15% and our Frost Fever by 50%. So I think you're going to see us looked at as more of a glass cannon than we already were. A lot of people are talking about going Unholy, and for arenas, I'm with you. I got it. Yeah, I might dabble a little bit in Unholy. I doubt it though. I mean, I like Frost. I've been playing Frost ever since I started this character. You know, so hopefully between Frost DKs and, you know, I think Demo Warlocks are gonna be the way to go with Warlocks next season. They buff the hell out of them too. I think you're gonna see a lot of comps, RBG comps, running with Frost DK, a Warlock or two. You might even see people running with 2 Frost DKs. I know a lot of people did that last season. It worked out well. We did it for quite a while, and it was working out pretty good for us. So just keep your eyes open for the changes. I don't think anything else is going to change for DKs really at all after this last little set of patch notes they released. If anything else does change, I'll try to keep you guys informed. But stay Frost, guys. I mean, Look at that. You know, we're trucks. Just keep trucking.